Welcome back. So here's one for the kids, or for those of you like myself whose inner child is alive and kicking. And today I thought we'd do a little cartoon of Easter Bunny, given that it is so close to Easter, and it's one of those things that you can have a lot of fun with. Now, when we're teaching the kids in the school, not unlike as we teach the adults, we talk always about how, regardless of what you're doing, you always look for the basic shapes. Everything starts with a circle or a square or a rectangle or a triangle. So for the boys and girls out there who are working with their drawings or with their crayons or with their markers, before that you have your basic drawing first, and you should always look to your basic shapes. So your circles, your squares, your rectangles and your triangles. So you can see this is what I'm going to do today. Here's a little sketch I did out in black marker earlier on of Easter Bunny. But I did draw it in pencil first. I always draw my cartoons or my animations in pencil first, because I know I'm going to make mistakes and I need to be able to rub out. And if you put it down first with permanent marker, you can't rub out. So I always do my guidelines in pencil and then go over with my black marker and then colour it with crayons or markers or paints, whatever it happens to be. So this is a little sketch I did out earlier, and you can actually see some of the pencil guidelines still there. So what we're going to start with, we're going to look for the simple shapes. And you can see, for example, the head is a circle. There's an oval for the snout. We have an oval for the hand or the arm, for the body, for the leg and for the feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore the ears at the moment, and I'm going to start with an oval for the head. And again, I just use my basic guidelines. I'm not trying to be too perfect, I use working lines. I do keep my pencil quite soft, so you may not see it too heavily at this stage, because I don't want to put too much heaviness onto it, otherwise it leaves the pencil marked onto the paper and it's hard to get out if I've made a mistake. Then I have the idea of the oval for the snout sitting there. Then I have the idea of the oval for the arm, then a small oval for the body, a circle for the leg and the thigh area in this space, and then an oval for the foot, another oval for the idea of the tail, and then a very large egg type oval for the egg. And that's the basic shaping that I'm looking at. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basic shapes that I start with, and then if I'm happy with those, I start building a little bit of detail. So I'm going to start now to add a little bit more shaping to it. So I'm just going to join these up a little. So onto the side of the snout here. Now I want to make it look a little bit untidy, so I'll just break up the line here and there, bring it out this way into this space, there like so. From there it comes down into the idea of the mouth, and then, now I'm looking at it from the right hand side, which means I see far more here and far less there. So the nose sits very much over to the left hand side, so you can see I'm putting it much over here on the left hand side. I put the little sort of triangular shape or soft triangle for the shaping of the nose. I bring down the line at the center and bring it around to create the happy smile. Then another one here on this side. Then the teeth come in, so the two large teeth at the front come in. I'm just going to do this one shape for now, and then put a line in the middle to convey the idea of two teeth into that space. Now from there, I want to actually just shape this. I'm going to make that mouth, that line is a bit too heavy, so as you can see I can rub out and it doesn't leave a line. So you just make that narrower on the left and wider on the right to show that it's sitting beside me. Show the open mouth here, where I have a little bit of the tongue coming into this space there, into that area. You can see a little bit of this. Now, across the top of the nose, the snout line is marked here. Then I have the eye. Now, once again, the eye on the left, as we look at it, sits well over beside the line of the face or the head, where there's a lot more space here. Can you see that? So you want to make sure that we have an oval for the eye there, so we just draw that in first. Then another oval here into that space. You can see I've left the space there, narrow space in the middle, and then very little space here. Now the ears are going to come in, so I have this very large ear coming up and around, narrowing into that space, and I can see part of the inside, so I'm just going to show that like so. Just give a little bit of decoration to it and make it a little bit of unevenness into the top of it there. This ear is going to flap over, so I'm going to start that here, bring it back across and around, back this way, and then I see the inner part with just coming in here, and then just again part of the inside of the ear to give the impression it's flapping over. So let that line come up a bit like so. From there, put in some eyes so it doesn't look too spooky or too eerie. So we have the idea of the pupils and the iris there and there showing through. From there, coming down, the underside of the mouth is here, and then we have the fluffy side of the snout just coming into this space and a little bit of indication of it there. Now finish the face like so. Then the hand is coming in to hold the egg, so it comes out, and I'm going to make it quite a large, I should say a paw rather than a hand, shouldn't I? Like so, and give you the impression of the fingers in that way, around there. Round out the body, bring it back into the base of the body leg here, into that space. following my circle, just create a little bit of furriness and unevenness here, back into the foot. Now I'm going to make the foot quite large, out, and then I'll draw the shape of the foot first. I won't indicate the toes till I'm happy with the shape of the foot. Back into the heel here, and if I'm happy with that, then I'll add in the idea of the toes. And you can see really large because they've got a hop. From there, the fluffy tail at the back, and again just make it nice and fluffy, not too neat and tidy, that space. Now before I do the rest, I'm going to put in the egg, because the egg allows me then to finish the body around that. So I'm going to just put in the egg, again just build in my shape softly. And what I like about this is the way we can paint in the egg and decorate the egg as much as the Easter Bunny itself. So just shape that up there like so, and you can see it's tricky enough to make a perfect shape on the egg, so you just have to keep working with the shape till you feel you've got something suitable. It doesn't have to be perfect, just rounded enough. And what I like about this sort of thing is that the kids can do this on their own, or it's the sort of thing you can do with them, and it's a great way for everybody to get involved with their creativity. And I'll do a number of these over the next few weeks to keep everybody occupied, but mammies and daddies as well as the kids. Here we have them, and then we have the other foot coming in this way and back across and into that space there. And that's pretty much our Easter Bunny in terms of the pencil line. Now what I want to do is take my black marker and go over that. And the advantage of having the black marker to go over it now that I've put in the pencil line, if there's anything about the pencil line I'm not happy with, I can correct it with the black marker, so I can touch up. So I'm going to come in and start again as I did already, just going back over, putting in. I'm going to move some of these into the middle there to give it a little bit more balance. Back out to the side of the face, the head there. The nose, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, like so, and leave a little bit of space for the little reflection on the nose. The mouth coming down, a little happiness here, and then the other side. Then the teeth there, in that area. Show part of the mouth where I can see some of the tongue as he's smiling. Then the underside of the mouth this way, and then back there. Now, I'll put the eye in here on the left hand side. And the same here. Again, the pupil and the iris like so. Then we have a little bit of the fluffiness, side of the face there, the same here, side of the face there, there. Now from there, the ear. So essentially you are just tracing over your pencil lines, but you can make little corrections if you feel you need to. And I don't want to make the drawing too perfect, I don't want to make it too neat and tidy, I want a little bit of fluffiness, so I'm making my outlines just that little bit more uneven. Give a little bit more ruggedness, if you like, to Easter Bunny. From there, now I'm going to have the hand coming in, holding the Easter egg, like so. Put another finger there. From there, the tummy at the back, the front of the leg, it's round, the large leg, or foot rather, like so, and the same in here. See only two toes in this one from that side, the tail, and then from there the egg. Now be careful with the shape of the egg, because you don't get a huge amount of opportunity to do this again if it doesn't work first time around. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but close enough. Now, and then we just put in a little bit of decoration onto the egg. So I'm going to put in a soft semicircle, very soft little curve, more so than a semicircle, like so. We'll join that up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll do another little pattern up here. And what I like about those patterns is you can put different colours into them, so it adds a little bit more drama into your composition. And then from there we put in the flower, so a little circle, just the idea of the petals coming out. You don't have to be too perfect with that. A few blades of grass, the same on this side, it's in there, and that's as much as we need to do in terms of the outline drawing. Now I'll give that a few moments just to let the marker dry, and then I'm going to take my rubber and I'm going to rub out the pencil lines before I start to colour it in. If you rub out too soon, the marker can still be wet, and the problem is then that it starts to smudge the black marker, and you don't want that because it's almost impossible to cover it out thereafter. And now that's all my pencil lines rubbed out, and you can see that this drawing is not exactly the same as that drawing, and it doesn't matter, it still works. So when you're doing a copy of mine, or again if you're doing your own, it doesn't have to be the same as the one you're copying off, so always allow yourself a little bit of freedom in that way. It's not perfect. I'm now going to take my crayons, and again, as I said before, you don't have to have lots of materials for painting and drawing. Simple markers, simple crayons, colouring pencils, just regular pencils, anything works. It's not a case of what, it's more a case of how. Now, so these are just a set of kids' crayons that I have that I use. And I'm going to start with the nose, and I'm going to put in a little bit of pink, and I'll just colour mine. You can colour yours whichever way you want. It's entirely up to you. It's about using your imagination and not being afraid to express yourself and your own imagination with whatever colours you want. So you can make Easter Bunny grey or pink or blue or whatever colour you prefer. It's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to colour mine now. You go ahead and colour yours. I'll run mine through in quick time just so you see it happening, and I'll come back to you when it's finished. And sometimes when you draw over your marker with crayon, it blocks out some of the colour on the crayon. It leaves it a little bit soft. So you just need to go back over it with your marker every now and then and just touch up on some of the spaces very carefully just to make sure and you've got the cleanliness in the marker so that the details themselves show up for you the way you want them to. So you can just touch up and do little changes onto it here and there if needs be. And you can put in a little bit of the idea of a cloud space behind and put in some blue into the sky. It's just about having a bit of fun. You needn't be too serious or too perfect about it. Enjoy trying out your Easter Bunny. And I said over the next couple of weeks I'll add a few more different animations into what we're doing so that you can have fun either on your own or with the kids or just for the kids themselves, whichever you prefer. Mind yourselves. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your creative adventures. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.